Two of us riding nowhere, spending someone's hard-earned pay. You and me are Claude and Grandpa. And that, dear Megan, is copyright infringement, according to YouTube 2017. Hello there, CriterioNate here, Megan there. Here we are again. Number 388, Clodberries, The Two of Us. Of course, that's the English title. Le Vieil Homme et l'Enfant. Close enough.
That was pretty good.
Yeah,
I thought pretty good. 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10 might recommend. Yeah. 1967, 87 minutes, black, white, Monroe, French. So, we are doing this one because I thought it sounded interesting, and I thought you'd find it interesting, and
indeed I did.
Yeah, exactly.
My fondness for Frenchmen.
Yeah, and it's the story was interesting. I thought the story was right up your alley, and yeah, here we are again doing another one of those Criterion things, you know. So anyway, Two of Us. Let's talk about this. So, Claude, young boy, he's
9.
He's 9, and he's Jewish, and this is during
and it's 1940.
1943.
1943,
yeah.
1943.
And so, it's
because
the war, you know.
The French just can't make enough films about World War II.
Yes, and so
the French make a lot of films about World War II.
They do quite a bit.
Maybe a few too many.
Americans did too.
Yeah, but ours were all war films. All the French films about World War II are about individuals, non-soldiers, usually about Jewish people and, you know, the white savior French people who are so kind as to take them in.
Ah, that's true. That is very true.
I've seen a lot of French films about World War II.
Yeah. But enough about
resistance. But anyway,
this movie about World War II. So Claude is a young boy living in Paris, and his parents, and he gets into trouble a lot, and his father gets upset with him. So he ends up going off with they end up sending him to live with their housekeeper's like father or something, or
well, let's be clear, they don't send him off because he's bad. They send him off because his antics, which are standard like kid behavior, I mean, you know, not terribly well behaved kid, but standard kid behavior, are putting them at greater risk of being discovered as Jewish people in the free zone of Paris. Or sorry, they were in Paris, excuse me, which is the occupied zone.
Yeah. So. Like he steals a tank at the beginning of the movie, and then
not an actual tank.
Well, a little toy tank.
I know. I just felt like that was
okay. Yeah, that's fair. I can dig it.
He's 9.
Yes,
he's 9. It'd be a challenge for him to steal a whole real tank.
You never know with some of these French films, you know. Anyway, so what else? What else happens? A lot of things happen.
He goes to the country.
He meets Grandpa, played by.
He lives with a family.
Played by Michel Simon.
Who was awesome.
We remember from Budo Say from Drowning, as well as apparently Port of Shadows. Oh yeah, he was in Port of Shadows. I was trying to remember his character, but yeah, no, it just came back to me. And so anyway, so yeah, and Grandpa is a nice guy, although he's quite racist towards
super anti-Semitic.
Yeah, extremely anti-Semitic.
And not just anti-Semitic, anti-Russian. Yeah, there's a lot of anti-communist sentiment at the time.
Yeah, and he is not afraid to show it to young Claude,
because the family that Claude is staying with, which does not know that he is Jewish.
Yeah.
He has been given a new last name, and they are pretending. His parents are pretending that he's
Longo, I think it was it.
Longue.
Okay. And so yeah, but however, you know, Claude and Grandpa get together and they have a grand old time, and they end up falling for each other. They're nice. They're really cool, you know.
Yeah.
And he sees the you know, he finds the soft spot in Grandpa, and Grandpa is like gets all melty toward, you know, Claude. You know, he never really was like too much of a curmudgeon, but you know,
he's a total curmudgeon.
I mean, 100%. But not like a you know, like the whole world sucks kind of.
Sure.
You know. But yeah, he's definitely a lot nicer by the end of the film. You know.
Softer.
Yeah, softer.
He's cute.
Yeah. And so yeah, Claude goes to school and is tormented by the boys for being, I think, because they know he's Jewish. No, they just know he's from Paris. Yeah,
he's just the new kid.
It's a new kid.
Kids are mean.
Yeah. And he ends up falling for a young girl.
He's 9. I don't think it counts as falling for.
Well, he ends up liking.
He has a tiny itty bitty baby crush.
He looks longingly and smiles at a girl. You know.
Yes, he has a baby crush.
Yeah. And this girl, what was her name? Dinu?
Dinu was the dog.
No,
no, you're right. Dinu is the person. Kinu is the dog. Dinu is the girl.
Yeah. What's it? Let's compare. Confirm here. Dinu, yeah.
Dinu.
Yeah, Dinu. And Dinu, whose baby brother has his finger in his nose all the time.
That's
yeah.
Kind of weird.
Yeah. And then puts it in a cow. Yeah.
His finger, not his nose.
His finger, yes.
He puts his finger in a cow's nose.
The finger in a snow's nose after he...
A snow's nose?
Cow. So anyway. So anyway, one day, Grandpa and his son, whose name I can't remember. Is it saying in here? Grandpa, Victor, I think, is his name. Victor, or maybe it's Raymond. Anyway, yeah, so one of those people ends up, writing, they help Claude write a love telegram to...
Postcard.
It's a postcard, yeah. To Dinu, which is
poorly received.
Yeah, poorly received by...
Not by her, but by
her father, who gives the card to their school teacher, and Claude...
And she manages to suss out who had written it.
Yeah, suss out. And the father chases Claude around for a minute, after which the school teacher catches Claude and shaves his head in his punishment. And Claude ends up running home to Grandpa crying, and Grandpa just treats him like just like the angel of his eye, the apple of his eye, and all that. Just gives him. They go around, chases him around the yard and has fun. They go swinging. And you are being distracted by
besieged by a cat
who is
biting me.
Mac trucking it, probably. Well,
no, he's
not anymore.
Biting and scratching.
Now he's being all...
Forget.
It's okay. We will. Now he's distracting me too.
Focus.
His fangs. Yes. Anyway, so yeah, and yeah, they break windows. I mean, not intentionally, but anyway, so. I mean, kind of the big climax is when is D-Day, when shortly after D-Day, the day after Kinu, Grandpa's dog, passes away, and Grandpa's really sad about it, but they have a moment where they kind of reflect on the war, and Grandpa sort of has a change of heart about how he feels about the Jewish people and all that. It's so slightly, He says he has that one line. He said they added that one.
They can't be much worse than anybody else.
Worse than anybody else, yeah. And the last bit just shows, Grandpa saying goodbye to Claude as he is reunited with his parents, and
after the end of the war.
Yeah, the end of the war, and I'm assuming they go back to Paris.
Presumably.
Yeah. And it's sort of a sad ending, but
it's a dumb ending.
It's a dumb ending, yeah. What did you want him to stay with Grandpa?
I wanted everybody to be happy.
That's true.
I also wanted... No, I didn't. I am glad, I think, though, that Grandpa didn't find out that Claude was Jewish and, oh, well, now that I know somebody who is, I've changed my tune. because that always often rings really false
when
you have that kind of transformation in films. But I just wanted everyone to be happy, because I like happy endings.
Yeah, I understand. I wanted that the baby brother to figure out that digging for gold, it won't get you more than sand. That's a saying I just made up. Anyway, so the two of us. So yeah, Claude Berry. I don't think there's anything else in the Criterion Collection by Claude Berry, so we'll just go with this. Again, I think it was a really, really fantastic story.
It was fun.
It was, yeah, definitely a lot of fun. I definitely did not expect it to be as funny as it was. I knew there would be, I just looking at it, knew there was going to be some lighthearted moments. And there was. There's a dog that chases a goose around, and the kids all chase him. And yeah, it's kind of funny. I wanted to speed it up and play the Benny Hill song Yakety Sax all over it. Yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot. You probably don't know what I'm talking about.
That is A-okay.
Yeah.
We will carry on.
Moving on.
Soldier on.
Soldier on.
Onward Christian soldiers, something.
Yeah. That.
Yeah.
I like the scenes where Grandpa listens to the radio and there's this weird synthesizer sound. Although it couldn't be a synthesizer because it was supposed to be the 40s, and synthesizers weren't. It's probably just some thematic. Although it could have been a really early wave. It was probably a wave thing or some wave machine or something like that, or a sonar machine or something like that. And I thought that was just listening to that was kind of cool. And again, their relationship was really fun to watch, and
yeah, they were cute. They were sweet.
Yeah, especially Claude.
Yeah,
Alan, what's his name? Alan Cohen was a lot of fun to watch. It was just kind of a sad movie at times too. I thought it was just the scene where Grandpa hugs what's his name? Claude. Grandpa hugs Claude after his head is shaved and just kind of choked me up a little bit. And then after Keanu passes away.
That was sad.
That was sad, definitely.
If you don't like movies where the dog dies, don't watch this
one. Yeah. And yeah, that's basically all I got. Again, Claude Berry wrote a really interesting story. And I guess this story was sort of semi-autobiographical, because I guess he was in the same situation. His name temporarily changed, and he lived with a woman who helped him hide his identity for a short period of time. And so it's sort of based on his own experiences. And so again, I thought it was a really interesting story. While I understand a character like Grandpa being, having anti-Semitic views back in the 40s, it's still a little tricky to watch,
Yeah.
Still, I mean, the things he was saying, and all that.
And it's tough, the actor, Ala Cohen,
Yeah.
is Jewish, Claude Berry made a point of choosing a young Jewish boy to play him, and thinking of not just, the character, but specifically, this young actor having to listen to the awful things that the Grandpa character was saying about Jewish people.
Yeah.
Even though
they had to be
presumably, hopefully, the actor Michel Simon didn't mean any of them. It's still tough to hear.
Yeah, I think they were all good.
But I mean, it doesn't mean it's not hard to
hear
exactly. Those things.
Oh, of course, no. I mean, it was tricky for me, especially when we had to mention other races too. That wasn't a. They mentioned one. They mentioned one that was very close to me. Yeah, and I heard the words that I could hear the words in the translations.
Yeah.
And, yeah. I mean, I know that's sort of like the French language. I mean, however you say it in French.
The translation was appropriate.
Okay, that's all I need.
It was not a slur that they were using.
Okay, no, I.
They were. I mean, they're using a word that would now not be appropriate, but
yeah, that's fair.
It's not the slur we are
so
regrettably familiar with.
Yes. So anyway, two of us. A minus. I give an A minus. Same. Okay. That's it.
Just a little boring. And I think I have seen so many French films about ordinary people in the countryside in World War II that it's nothing special.
Yeah, there were some bits that were really slow. But there were also some bits that, just I really liked. I thought that they were just, again, in overall, I thought just watching Claude was really fun. Watching Grandpa was really fun. Maybe not all the weird faces he was making,
He makes great faces. It was awesome.
He makes great faces when he has a knife in his mouth and is rolling his eyes and is all... Watch, I'm going to do my Grandpa impersonation. Hang on. Look.
C.
Senor?
No. C.
Oh. I thought you were...
Like...
Never mind. Anyway.
Average.
On that note, the two of us, A minus, good stuff. So, supplements. Le Poulet.
Was awesome.
Yes.
A+.
It was a 1962 short.
Plus.
It was a short film that Claude Berry did 5 years before the two of us. And it's basically a short film. And it won an Academy Award for Best Short from 1962 or 1963. And it's basically about this young boy who becomes good friends with a chicken that apparently his parents are going to kill the chicken, and so he tricks because it's a rooster, yeah. And so he ends up tricking them into believing that it's a hen by planting eggs underneath them,
so that he can keep it.
So he can keep
cuddle
it
with his friend the rooster.
Yeah. And so it's funny. The soundtracks, the jazz is hilarious. And what else we got? Oh, there's a bevy of interviews. There's a new interview with Claude Berry, who I don't know if he was still alive at the time. But
at the time of the interview?
Well, no, I mean now. I don't know if he's still alive. He was alive back in 2007. Yes. Thank you for correcting me. I appreciate that, because I would just stumble all over that, or I would correct it, but I would not have a voice making fun of me,
You're welcome.
You're very welcome.
You invited me.
Yes, I did, didn't I?
You reap what you sow.
There is that. So yeah, there's a new interview with Claude Berry. He talks about making the movie. Also a new interview with Alan Cohen, and he talks about his memories. He says he remembers everything that happens, and working with Simone and Barry, and just how much he enjoyed making the film, and how important it was to him because he was sort of in a somewhat similar situation, being Jewish, And there's also an archival interview with Michelle Simone, just a short excerpt from and also an excerpt from an archival interview with Claude Berry, as well as a excerpt from a film called The Jewish Children of Occupied France, which talks about Claude Berry and features the woman who helped him escape, gave him shelter and all that, and her role in his life. There's also the trailer, and I think that's basically it. So
that's good.
Yeah. So anyway,
good stuff, Maynard.
Anyway, two of us. A minus. All is that, and that is all. So anyway, thank you again, Megan, for joining me, and all that good stuff. And as you can see, it looks a little different. We're actually shooting from Megan's studio, or Megan's place of filming. Yeah.
That's what one might call a studio.
That's what one might call a studio. So anyway, and we might as well show Kowalski. We might as well make Kowalski a star.
This is the cat who's been doing that.
Yeah. So now we're going to be all of the best review because we have a cat in our videos. Yeah. So
stop biting me.
He
has a really attractive face.
Anyway, that's been enough about cats. Let's go back to Criterion. So anyway, thank you again.
My pleasure.
Tomorrow you'll see us for me. Yes, we're going back to solo. Vengeance is mine tomorrow. Friday, Sancho the Bailiff, and then next week, the Eclipser with Louis Mal, and all that good stuff. So anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Don't be anti-Semitic. And just don't be racist.
That's a good moral. I think we should leave it at that.
Just don't be racist at all. You know?
Don't be racist and cuddle chickens.
And don't pick your nose.
But you can pick a cow's nose.
Yes.
What's the saying? You can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose.
Yes. Because they're born with it. Anyway, so that's it for me. Thank you for watching. That's it from us. Thank you for watching. Thank you again, Megan. We will see, and I will see you all tomorrow for Vengeance is Mine. At last. We're going back to trying to go in order. Anyway. Thank you again, Megan.
Wow, that's like 7 times.
I know.
I've been thanked. It's awesome.
Couldn't thank you enough. Anyway, until then.
Cheers.
Goodbye.